Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
To tell the king that your wife is your sister. That person was instructed by God to tell the king that his own wife is his sister. In order to save his life, he must say that in order to save his life. Of course, every one of us know it was written clearly that the very person we are talking about is in the Bible. That person was his wife. I've forgotten the person and the name. The wife. But you should, when you get to the king, tell the king that this person is your sister in order to save your life. If we are to be in this generation, if it will be in this generation that we are, in struggle of Biafra, you will tell me, no, I will not say she's my sister. I must say she's my wife. No matter what happened, I must say she's my wife. No matter what happened. I must say she's my wife. No matter, and you will die. Of course, you're going to die. You will die. If you say that, you will die. But God instructed that man, in order to save his life, when you go there, tell the king that your wife is your sister. And he went and told the king that it is his sister. And that was what saved his life. But today, what do we see? People do not say words to save their brother. People do not take a chance to save their brother. People do not take advantage of words to save their brother, to save their situation, to save the struggle. People are about themselves, to promote themselves, to exalt themselves, to promote their own personal tribe, to promote their own personal agenda, at the expense of every Biafran. It is sad, but that is the situation. It is heartbreaking. When I see the kind of thing that is going on, it is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But that is not going to change me. I personally, that will not change me because I know the truth when I see one. I know the truth when I see one. Chukwu Okike Abiama have given every single one of us conscience. We have conscience in us. It is your conscience that will tell you what is truth and what is a lie. I know there are some people who their conscience is dead. Forget about those people. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm not talking about those whom their conscience is dead. There are those normal human beings have conscience, and their conscience always tells them the truth. No matter how you deny it, no matter how somebody tries to deceive you, that inner voice will always come to you and tell you. A tiny voice will always speak to you. This thing is not right. The voice is so tiny that you must pay attention for you to be able to hear it. It doesn't matter how many people come online and say, I am saying the truth. I will say the truth. I will never tell a lie. I will say the truth. Even at the expense of taking the life of your own brother. Even at the extent of destroying your own brother. Even at the expense of destroying the agitation. You don't care. You don't care. You say you are saying the truth. What do you intend to achieve with that truth that is going to cause confusion? What do you intend to achieve with that thing you call the truth that is going to cause confusion? What do you intend to achieve with that thing you are calling the truth that is going to kill your own brother? What is the thing that you trying to achieve with that thing you call the truth that is going to destroy you? To destroy everything that the whole people are fighting for. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekana have built a standard. I tell you this and I repeat it again. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekana have built a great standard. And I must tell you, Mazen Nandekano remains the only man who can stand on any topic, discuss it and finish it without any fault. He's exceptional. When Mazen Nandekano want to talk about a particular people, he will talk about them. Mazen Nandekano can take on any topic. He takes on the pastors, he talks about them. He take on the Igbos, he talk about them. He take about on the Jaws, he talk about them. He take on people, he talk about strictly on the topic, and that is it. It is not out of hatred. And when Mazen Nandekano is speaking, you will see it that it's not talking out of hatred. But today, we see people picking on different ethnicity because of hatred, out of hatred. When you listen to them closely, you will see the hatred. You will see it clearly, hate. But ask me, what crime has this tribe that you are condemning done to you? What crime? What crime actually have they committed against the person in particular? Ask that person, can you point out one particular crime you have seen they committed? They cannot point out the crime. They can't point out the crime they have committed. Nothing. They can't point out a crime. Some are even talking against their own self. Some are even standing against their own, destroying their own self. Some will come on their platform before the whole world and begin to destroy their own self, talk evil against their own self. And they think they're doing it right. They say they're saying the truth. I will speak the truth. What useless truth are you speaking? What useless truth are you talking to distance people from yourself? How do you expect people to see you? You want people to see you as a betrayer? You want people to see you as a murderer? You want people to see you as a killer? And you think it's going to do you any good? It is not going to do any good. The earlier we change our mindset and the way we speak, the better for us. Let us start speaking as Biafran people. Keep your tribe aside. Keep your location aside. Keep your religion aside. Fight for the freedom of Biafran people. The old southeastern region, the present south-south and the southeast with the lower Benue. We are one people. From one ancestral parents. Always have that at the back of your mind. Let us stand on that single platform that Mazin Nankana have built. When Mazin Nankana was building that platform, Mazin Nankana went to the extent of telling us that we are all Igbos. Some people got angry. They say, why would Mazin Nankana say we are all Igbos? They said Mazin Nankana want to dominate them. But Mazin Nankana was trying to tell them about our unity and our origin. It is proven. Go and Google it and see who are the closest relation of the Igbo people. Who are their closest relation? The relations and closest relations we have are our brothers from Ijo, people from Efik, people from Calabar. They are our closest relations. And what does that tell you? When it is only one person that is related to all other tribes, it shows you that every other tribe emanated from there. And when you come to our language and our appearance, the food we eat is one. Our language looks alike. When we speak, you can hear one word or two that you can be able to understand in our words, regardless of our location, regardless who we are. What does that tell you? It tells you that they're one people. But today, people are deviating from that message of unity. They are busy talking about themselves. You will see somebody who is speaking Igbo from Delta State, speaking Igbo. He will be talking about the Igbo people as if he or she is not Igbo. Somebody who speaks Igbo in Delta State will be talking against his own self. The language he speaks is Igbo. His location, everything about him is Igbo. Even his name and her name is Igbo. But yet, he will be talking against him or herself for a reason best known to them. And when you ask them, they will say they are saying the truth. What useless truth are you talking about? Are you saying this truth to exalt yourself? Are you saying the truth that to promote yourself, to exalt yourself, or to destroy yourself, or to destroy the struggle? What do you tend to achieve by that thing you are saying that you call the truth? Today, every one of us have seen the attack on our brother Simon Ekpa. There has been a major attack on Simon Ekpa. Attack from all angles, from all corners. He overcome one, the next day you see a new one. After he overcome one, you see a new one. What does that show you? It will seem as if some people are just waiting to see Simon Ekpa make mistake. Some people in this struggle, in the whole aspect of the struggle, some people, Biafrans, they are just waiting to see our brother Simon Ekpa make a mistake. And anytime they just grab on any mistake, they will use that. They will fight him, they will destroy him, they call him all manner of names. And even when you look at critically, those things they are using against him, they are not mistake. They are just mistake to the eyes of those who are attacking them. Because he's not saying it the way they want him to say it. He's not doing it the way they want him to do it. It becomes a problem. There are diversities in life. It doesn't matter if you and I are the same brother, the same father, the same mother. There are always diversity. We can be the same father, we can be the same mother, we can be from the same parents, we can be from the same area, as long as we are not even if we can be from the same womb, even twins have divergence of views. They have different way to approach issues. You must learn to accept that. You must learn to accept that. That we are all Biafrans does not mean that all of us will be speaking on the same direction. We have different ways to approach issues. And you must learn to tolerate people. Do not always see things from your own side of view. Try to look at the people's opinion and listen to people and see what they're saying. Just like as I'm broadcasting here. After broadcasting, I might not read your message as I'm broadcasting because I don't want distraction. But after broadcasting, I go back and watch the messages and comment that people are putting down. After looking at the comments, I will know how well I have done in my message. If the people got the message or not. I'm going to find out. It is not compulsory that every comment here must support what I'm saying. It is not mandatory that everybody that comes here to watch me must support everything I'm saying. No, it is not mandatory. There are bound to be people who will argue, who will have a different view from what I'm saying. But your own duty is to listen to them and see where they are coming from. If their angle they are coming from is genuine, I will make amends. But when I find out that the angle you are coming from is not genuine, you are coming from an angle of hatred or angle of distraction, or you are coming from an angle of a novice who doesn't know what he or she is saying, I will ignore you. I won't even block you. I will ignore you. I won't do anything to your comment. The comment have only made me know that at least somebody was watching and listening. There is divergence of views everywhere. And the earlier we begin to understand this and accommodate each other, the better for us. Everything we are doing today for the Biafran struggle is for the benefit of everybody. In as much as we are working together as one to actualize Biafra, we know those who are greater than us. We are not equal. As I'm working about one. In Igbo language, it is said that a man and a man is equal, it's just a man. We are not all equal. There are people who are greater than others. In all angles, we are not all equal. As fingers are not equal, so human beings are not equal. Even in this agitation, we are not all equal. There are people who are higher than others. There are people who know better than others. There are people who have information more than others. There are people who can pass information. It will sink in more than others. It is not just about noise making. It doesn't matter how many times you come online on a daily basis. It doesn't matter how many hours you spend. There are people who come online just for a few minutes and they make sense. They convert souls. They make people see reason. And there are people who find their life broadcast at the end of the day. You find out that they're not making sense. They're not saying anything. They end up saying nothing. They are only dragging attention to themselves. It is high time. It is high time, Biafran people, we wake up, speak up, and follow the truth. And when I say follow the truth, when anybody is talking about the truth on his or her platform, find out which kind of truth is she talking about. Which kind of truth is he talking about? Today, every platform you go, you see, I am saying the truth, I am saying the truth, I am saying the truth. But search by yourself. What is the antecedent of what that person is saying? Why is he or she saying what she's saying? What does he or she want to achieve with the truth that she's saying? Some of them are saying what they are calling truth to draw attention to themselves. Some are saying what they are calling about the truth to bring their own brother down. Some are saying that they are calling the truth to distract others. Some are saying it to boost their channel. Some are saying it sincerely from the bottom of their heart to promote the struggle. When you are saying the truth about Biafra, if your truth is not to promote the struggle, you better keep that truth to yourself. Any truth you are saying, and it is not to promote the struggle for Biafra, keep that truth to yourself. Keep it to yourself. As long as you are an agitator, you are an agitator for Biafra. Any truth you are saying in your platform, and that truth will not promote the Biafra struggle, keep it to yourself. Any truth you are saying in order to destroy your brother and his broadcast, keep that truth to yourself. You don't mean well. We don't want such truth. We do not want such truth. We don't want such truth. Whatever truth you have, you say you have in book, no matter how beautiful, no matter how ugly, no matter how beautiful, no matter how fancy it is, Keep it to yourself. If your truth will not promote Biafra, if your truth will not encourage Biafrans, if your truth will not encourage Biafrans to stand up and continue to do something for Mazen Nandeka to be free, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Biafrans, we must have woke up. Mazen Nandeka must be free. It doesn't matter. I say it and I say it again. If Biafran people refuse to do something, Chukwu Okike Abiama will raise an enemy to release Mazen Nandeka. Mazen Nandeka will be released. It doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do. Mazen Nandeka will surely be released. If Biafran people refuse to do something for the release of Mazen Nandeka, Chukwu Okike Abiama will use an enemy to release Mazen Nandeka. For his release, he will definitely be released. And very soon. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter your hate, it doesn't matter your propaganda, it cannot stand. But the earlier we stop distracting ourselves, the better. Let us focus and continue to look onto that man who has already built a platform. Let us continue to build on the platform of unity that Mazen Nandeka have built. That platform of unity, identify yourself as a Biafran. That is enough for us. Identify yourself as a Biafran. Keep your tribe aside. Keep your religion aside. Keep your tribe aside. Speak as a Biafran. Talk about Biafra. Stop that hatred. Stop the hatred. Stop the hatred. Today, it is not the Fulani Caliphate that is putting that hatred in you. This is the hatred now that you are embracing by yourself. The hatred now that we are seeing is the hatred that some of us have created in our own self, maybe because of one personal encounter with one thing or the other. People are preaching hatred against their fellow Biafrans. Against their fellow Biafrans. It is wrong. It is wrong. Identify yourself as a Biafran. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, as long as you're from the old southeastern region, identify yourself as a Biafran. That is why each time I come here, I speak as a Biafran. If you have any other thing you want to identify yourself with, I don't have any problem with you. I am not attacking anybody. I don't have any problem with any name you want to answer. Biafra, there are so many nations in Biafra. Even Mazen Nandeka said it. Mazen Nandeka told us there are so many nations in Biafra. And when Biafra comes, every nation will stand on their own. It doesn't matter your number. There is no minority in Biafra land. If you're 2, 3, or 4, you can have your nation. Bear a name you want to bear. That was the message of Mazen Nandeka long time ago. Mazen Nandeka said it. There are so many nations in Biafra land. Let us put our hand together as Biafrans. Get Biafra. When Biafra have come, then every nation can stand on their own and bear their name. Answer your own name. That is why each time I talk, I speak as a Biafran. I don't have a problem with anybody that decides to answer any other name. If you have any other name you want to project or answer, I don't have a problem with you. But why I will not use such kind of names is because it is a divisive name. Human beings are very, very complex. Human beings are very, very complex. That when you provide, the person who introduced the name, who said whatever he or she said, might have a good intention. You might have a good intention, saying what you're saying or doing what you're doing. But to other people, they will now begin to translate it to be different thing altogether. I am saying this to mention when people are talking about Idu. I don't have any problem with Idu, or people want to answer Idu, or I don't have any problem with it. But why I am not going to preach or talk about it, I see it as a divisive language. I'm not saying that the person that is talking about it is wrong. I'm not attacking the person that is saying it, but human beings have a different understanding that when you begin to introduce those things, human beings, they will always capitalize to it. People tend to fall a place they feel is comfortable for them to put their head. Human beings are always looking for a soft spot, a place that will be comfortable for them, a comfort zone, a place that they feel like, this one is mine, this one is mine, this one is not mine. That is the nature of human being. And that is why you must be careful each time you are introducing anything. The person that is making the introduction might have a clear heart. She might have a good heart, a good intention. She might be saying the right thing, putting down the right information. But at the end of the day, people are bound to misunderstand it. And at the end of the day, it creates confusion. It creates confusion. That is why I am standing on the message of Mazen Nandikano, preaching the same message he's preaching with love to everybody. As long as you are from the old Southeastern region, the South and the Southeast with the lower Benue, I love every one of you, and I'm standing as one of you, a Biafran.